I'm going to make my way over to Essex today to see good friend Matt Hurford. His E30 drift car or drift build is starting to come together and actually resemble a car. So I wanted to sort of show it off, see how far he's getting and reveal kind of his plans and sort of start a little build thread on the series, just a series on the car. He's got some pretty interesting things planned for this car, so I'll let him do sort of the description and the talking. I'll best get my way over there. So we're here with Matt, who's building a B204 SAAB engined E30 drift car. Yeah. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about it, mate.
So yeah, we've got a 91 4-door E30 320i, started out life. When I bought it, it was completely empty chassis, no engine, running gear, no interior. It was missing quite a lot of stuff. Since then I've done like a lot of chassis. I've got E36 compact rear beam and arms and everything, which gives you a bit more track on the rear. Small case diff, obviously 4.4 I think on the back. I've done the front as well. I've got E46 lower control arms with Condor Speed Shop ultra low offset bushings to try and get the wheel a bit central.
Yeah, because you said that was a problem that you got, is the fact that it's
still
hitting the back.
Yeah, it's closer on the rear than it is the front even now. But obviously, the 46 arms are about 70mm longer than E30 arms, so a lot more camber and a lot more caster, but also gives you a lot more steering potential. Got the E46 arms, so that means E36 hubs with E36 Driftworks lock adapters on them. So it's got pretty good lock as is. No spacers, no rack spacers yet, which may...
that's the only addition you're going to do is rack space, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it needs any more lock knobs. It's already at like 40-ish degrees.
It'll be, obviously the piece de resistance is, we'll have to take this off for the... Tell us all about it, mate.
Yeah, so it's SAAB B204, so 2 litre turbo from I think a 98 or 99 SAAB 93, and it's mated to a BMW ZF gearbox with an adapter plate, and that allows me to basically use E30 gearbox mounts. So that kind of gave me a stock-ish gearbox position, which I could then fab up custom engine mounts for. I've ended up with it as far back as I possibly could, just to keep the weight rearwards on the front axle.
Because like as a stock, you've got all this space still, which is great.
Yeah, so still got room for intercooler, radiator, and probably small oil cooler at the front.
Absolutely, because again, all this is for like, oil cooler section.
Yeah, that's it.
Obviously, I'll need to get this chunky sump.
Oh god, yeah.
Super chunky.
That's definitely the hardest piece, is sorting out the sump. It's going to be custom with an E30 no matter what you do, positioning wise. So
and it's still the stock subframe, right?
Stock subframe, stock E30 subframe, and I've used E36 polyurethane mounts, and then all of this is custom. So I just took pipe and measured it all out first.
It's nicely done, man.
Yeah, on wood, thank you. Measured all, obviously measured it, make sure it's square to the frame rails, square at the back as well. And as I was saying, I was using the E30 gearbox mount, so I already knew the back was square where it needed to be for the prop. So I'm also using an E36 prop. So from the gearbox mounting face backwards is all standard BMW parts. It's obviously for like longevity and
just ease of replacement.
Yeah, ease of replacement. It has been an absolute slog getting it to this stage, just because of, it's BMW parts, you just don't know what BMW. It could be E36, it could be E34, E30.
Just rummaging around the parts bin.
Literally, so I've gone through a few times where I've ordered what I thought would be right, and then oh no, I need the 4-cylinder version. But it's all BMW parts from the gearbox backwards. So like, once it's all done, it will be on the right side.
I mean, I love these packages.
A flipped manifold as well, because the other problem obviously with E30, this is meant for a front wheel drive car, so it would be this way. You'd have all this room in the front for the turbo and the intercooler, all that. But obviously being in a rear wheel drive chassis, we've now got the issue of strut towers and steering stuff, and I've also had to get rid of the brake booster, because the brake booster is about this big in an E30, so you'd have no chance. So yeah, it's a manifold flip with that, a manifold flip plate or whatever you want to call it.
Did by the way, the Clio thing work?
It worked, but it was real tight. It would have been literally here. So I just thought for heat soak, I might as well just have no power braking, and also it's drifting. Who fucking brakes with it?
Yeah, you just want front wheel lock-ups.
Yeah, a bit of left foot lock-up, and now I've got no booster, so I'm definitely going to do front lock-up. So. It's all or nothing. Yeah.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, so obviously with putting in an intercooler, I'm going to have to get rid of a bit more of this stuff, so I've done some more reinforcement around the shock towers.
Yeah, so you said you're going to make this removable.
Yeah, so we're going to have a bar in between here with some with some plates, with some M8 bolts or something like
Which
that.
Which makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can easily rip this whole thing out.
It is a tall block as well, like with the sump on there. I mean, that sump is going to have to be shortened. Now I've got it in there, it's too close. But even with that, it's a fucking tall block. It's like SR20 height, yeah.
It's, well, I've never seen an SR in an E30, like close up, so I don't know. Have you, does it look exactly the same then? Have you seen one?
Yeah, there's the Tyler Bloomfield.
That's the purple one, isn't it?
Yeah, the purple two-door. I mean, to be fair, his looks a lot lower down, but you've also got the option of using Garrett or like Reddy sunts and stuff pre-made that are already real slim, got nice baffled wings on it, nice lovely fins.
Yeah, all the off-the-shelf parts.
Yeah, off-the-shelf parts. Nothing's off the shelf for this.
However, though, this engine package was what, 300 quid?
Yeah, so that's the beauty of this. I made it for longevity, easy parts, cheap replacement parts. The whole engine, top block, everything that will make it go whizzy and stood-a-doo is like 300 quid. Garrett, it's a Garrett. It is a Garrett though, so
Baby Garrett.
no play. Like you can buy a whole Saab for like well under £1,000. Like,
and you're talking,
280 if you just turn it. So the good thing with the Saabs as well, their engine management is basically like a modern Holly, where it's got fuel adjustment and like on the fly boost adjustment. All the boost is regulated by the ECU, so you just go into the ECU with a laptop and just tell it what you've added to it. Oh, I've got bigger injectors now. Okay, now you've got a bigger turbo on it, and it will just work out everything itself. If you've got dirty fuel, it will know it's got dirty fuel in it, and it will drop the boost.
It's amazing. And considering the closest thing that you're competing against is an SR, and that will cost you £2,000 alone.
Yeah.
That setup here.
Exactly.
It's like no brainer. You can have a whole load of these waiting to go in.
Yeah. Inevitably, they will go bang.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's the stock internals. They have the secondary cams in there that sort of help balance things out. So it's a real high-tech engine. For 300 quid, you can't really argue.
Plan is to keep it much the same.
Yeah, I was saying when I got it, this is as I got it. I have actually made it a little bit nicer, but the guy who I bought it off had stripped it to fit into another car, so he took all the bits he needed.
So it's like a donor car for him.
It's
basically.
essentially, yeah, it was his donor car. So I've had to replace things like the pedal boxes and some things like that, and there's fuel pump issues as well, which I need to look at. May end up getting a fuel cell in the back here. But really, it's going to have to stay like this. I think I'm not going to look for an interior, let's be honest. So, get some nice seats, obviously red.
Yep.
Probably will get a cage at some point, because I want to do tandem in with Tom and everyone else. So, you need door bars in the UK these days.
I need a bloody cage as well, so we're both in the same boat there, mate.
So I could probably get away with a half cage with a big hoop, maybe a couple of diagonals, and then a couple of intrusion bars on the side. Probably a bit above my pay grade, so I think I'll get someone to do that once the car's running. The plan is to get the car running first, and then have a look at all this stuff.
You can happily go to some drift days, just not twin.
100%, yeah.
And then just
it needs a few shakedown days, and there's inevitably going to be some issues.
Nice and simple in here.
It will be. It'll be real simple, and it's already stripped. Like, I'm not having to be the guy that's stripping out his car for no point. I've bought it stripped, so I don't need to find an excuse.
Get a bit of dry ice on this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I need. I've got no idea where to get it from. But
I have a hookup. It's for the food industry, and he let me just come along and buy a random small box, because you meant to buy a massive bulk.
Yeah.
But he let me get enough just to strip the van out, so we can hook you up there.
It looks gross. But like, yeah, the BMW E30 was really high tech for its time. So there's a lot of extra shit in here. I mean, like, wiring loops everywhere. Wiring loops.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how. Because what age is this actual one?
This is a 1990.
Okay.
So it's pretty late in the E30. But it had everything, like, it had like a fucking climate control in the headliner, every electric windows all around, and
all that extra weight.
Yeah, just literally, like, I reckon there's 20 kilos of wiring in this car. So we're gonna go for a full hot rod.
Yeah, because you said you do, like, off camera, you said you're going to take as much as you can out.
Yeah, because the other good thing with the SAAB is it takes 3 wires to run a SAAB motor.
Yeah.
This B204. So you can get a really stripped down loom and run it real basic. Because I do like the old Super E30 look. Keep it look like an old touring car.
Yeah.
The heritage. So in the boot, what I've done is cut the wheel. Yeah, I cut the rear wheel well out for a bit more access. Get to the old diff and stuff. So there's the diff down there. That's the so you can see pulley bushing.
Lovely, lovely.
Came pulley bushed. Don't worry about those bolts. I'll do them up later. It still needs a nut and bolt.
But nice and simple. You're not going to put the fuel cell here then?
No. I think realistically, rear end damage is going to want to be between the shock towers.
I love how you are already planning for the crazy rear end damage.
You have to prepare for this stuff. It's going to happen. So yeah, sort of fuel cell above the diff in that sort of big boot area.
I mean, you could even cut sort of an access hatch.
Yeah, but there's plenty of room for it anyway. So it's just a case of crossing that bridge when we come to it.
Nice.
But it will run as it is. So, as I say, the main priority now is getting it running and plumbed in. There's a lot of plumbing to do.
I can't wait to actually see it on the track and in just alongside me, basically.
Yeah. Just imagine. Look. It's about.
Oh, please don't have an exhaust that comes out. Please don't have an exhaust that comes out that far.
No. Couple of shotties. Yeah, 3-inch straight through to 2.5-inch shotguns.
And as we said before, if I've got some footage, I'll chuck it in. But Matt came from an X5 and drove it like an absolute madman. And this is sort of like going to be the same kind of weight, slightly longer car basically. So it should be very similar. And you'll be able to jump straight back in.
Yeah, I want to make it, still keep it chuckable, so it's going to be like, say, well, you can see there's no weight on the rear at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, hardly anything. The engine, I think it's an iron block, the SAAB motor, but it should be pretty standard to what a 4-cylinder BMW would have been. All the air conditioning stuff they would have had on it. So yeah, it should be pretty right. I think the 4-doors come about 1,300 kilos.
That's brilliant.
You couldn't have written that. Yeah. It's a project, so it's a working project. So this project's been going for, I think I got this chassis about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
And I jumped into all the stuff on the rear end about this time last year, and as I say, it was a bit of faff, so I have taken a while to get to this point. But we've got the engine mocked up, gearbox is mocked up, I've got a prop that fits. So it's plumbing the engine in, and then we can start try and turn the key.
Yeah, man.
Our other mate Lewis is doing one, so he's already figured out the clutch. So I've got him.
Yeah, I need to go over to see that because I'm intrigued for myself. Like when I blow up the spare SR I have and everything, I will be going inevitably B204 because
yeah, 100%. There is a few S bodies in the UK.
I've seen a couple, yeah.
So they're out there, and like price point wise, like they're so readily available as well. Like
it's the European option, isn't it?
Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of those motors in the UK. And the B204, there's about 4 motors that are essentially the same block. One's a 2.3, one's a 2.1, and then you've got a couple of 2 litres. And you can swap heads, and so they're a really good little package. I think they're definitely going to blow up in the next couple of years.
Well, they are already. I've started.
Yeah.
I have noticed that the prices are slightly creeping.
Yeah.
So people are selling packages now. Let's put it that way.
Real drive package, yeah. As I said, you can just literally bolt things on, tell the ECU what you've bolted on, and now you've got 450 horsepower.
It's like...
And then and then do some rods, and then you get a 30 or a 40 mil. Fucking Holset HX35 or some massive ridiculous turbo and make 700.
Some diesel truck one.
Yeah, and then only when you get to 700s you start to think about conrods and crank and stuff like that. So like the people in Scandinavia, they know about B204s, SAAB motors. I mean, yeah, Scandinavians are crazy as it is, so
you're going to bring that energy to the UK.
Yeah, exactly. Bring that crazy fire breathing scrapyard motor energy.
I'm back from Matt's, and yeah, it's a shame he couldn't get the coilovers fitted. That was the main part of joining him today, to introduce the car and also help fit his coilovers. Wrong top mounts, so he has to get that sorted before he can sort of get it sitting on the ground on its new coilovers. But we managed to introduce the car. I want to do a few videos on his build before it's ready to go, and then we can also, film sort of a driver profile on his driving and how he grows with the car, because he's sick with an MX-5. I don't think he's ever drifted in the E30 chassis, so it'll be cool to see how he progresses in that as well. As ever, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. And yeah, I promise I'll be much better now. I had a bit of a lull because I had videos I wasn't allowed to post, so now I'm building up fresh stuff that has no restrictions, so should be good to go with my Mondays and Fridays release now. Stay tuned, watch this space, I've got much more stuff coming.